Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. And I'm here today. I'm getting ready to do some stamping. You can find all of our videos on YouTube at Joey143Jenny. And you can find some little clips on Instagram at Joey143Jenny. And then on our Facebook, we put little things there as well. Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. So yeah, it sounds like I can't remember where we're at, but that's where we're at. I'm a little tongue-tied today. So what I'm doing is I wanted to stamp some flowers, mainly like a sunflower type of thing, on this paper that you get from a lot of times when Amazon sends you things that's packed in here. And I always save it. I love it. I've put it in, journal covers, inside the journal, just as extra paper. I love it. It's thin and it's crinkly. I love that. And another thing I like about it is that it's perforated, so you can tear sheets out. And that's what I've done. I'm going to put this aside here for a second. And then I've just tore out a few sheets. Looks like maybe 4 sheets, just to, kind of have it a little bit more contained. So I have that. Also what I have are, so I have these blocks, and then I have this little blessings stamp that my sister Kathy gave me. So I love that, and I'm going to stamp that. And then my mother-in-law's friend gave me a bunch of wonderful crafting things, and in that were just wonderful stamp pads. So I have tested out some stamp pads to see on this paper what kind of shows up. I've mixed mishmash, so it's upside down and all over the place. And so these are the 4 that showed the best. This one's, I've never used these before except today. I've never used this brand. It's looks like they're all classic Stampin' Up. This one's chocolate chip. This one is Wild Wasabi. This one is Cajun Craze. And this one is Marina Mist. So I thought those would be good based off of the colors that we're using, that I'll be using. And what I'm doing is, I had mentioned to you a couple times that I'm going to be helping with a women's event in the sense of doing a little craft for them. So we're going to do some 6x6 journals. And so I'm trying to get kits made for 50 women, just so that our time is used wisely. And it'll be to some of them, and I don't know how many, it'll be their first time, making a little journal. And so I want to spend more time in allowing that creative time versus having to get supplies. So what I think I'm going to be doing, and I've been testing it out, is I'm going to take just some Dollar Tree manila folders, and I'm going to cut them in half. These are about a little less than 12 inches when you cut it this way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this tab off so that they're a little bit more even. And then I'm going to just sew one side so that I have kind of a big tuck here. And so I put together quickly just to kind of show you what the kit will look like. So inside here will be a journal cover. It's a double-sided scrapbook paper, a single-sided scrapbook paper just to add some color, a couple of pages out of floral and bird books, and then 10 writing pages, 4 of which have verses on them, some scripture, and some just a flower. And then I just tucked this doily in. I thought that looked pretty there, but it's also gonna, be able to use either as embellishment or in the journal like I like to use it. In addition, on the table there'll be like some little washi and some other embellishment to put on the front of the journal, kind of a big embellishment, like a big daisy or rose or whatever, because these are going to be gratitude journals, but they don't all need to look fall. And so we're using all different colors, but this one does happen to be a little bit more of a fall color. And then I tied the ribbon around to keep it kind of contained. And this will be the ribbon that they'll use to tie their journal up. So also in here, I forgot to tell you, is another piece of paper. So the journal 6x6, the other piece of paper that I have in here is a 6" by about 2 inches of paper to cover the spine, because you may remember that we're going to staple the spine to kind of, again, expedite the time and not have to, you know, teach how to bind a spine with a pamphlet stitch. And then there's 2 pockets in here that I've cut and notched. Okay, so there's the kit. So then my thought was, well, wouldn't it be cute if on here I just had a piece of this paper glued on here with, you know, a flower. I thought that would add a little bit of fall touch to it. So that's what we're doing. I did grab a cup of coffee because allergies have me a little bit today. And also it's my afternoon coffee time and I just love it. So that's what this is for. I'm going to try to set it out to where it doesn't give a shadow. Okay. And then I have just a scratch piece to help me stamp off on. And so you're going to get to see part of a sheep as I do that. All right, so I think let's get started, and I'm going to see if these papers kind of stacked up like this will give me, you know, just a little extra cushion. I could use my mouse pad that my friend Robin told me to use, and I might get that out. It took me a little while to figure out, and I'll still probably fumble, how to use these. That's so cool how you can flip it and use it maybe to put your dauber or whatever there, but I'm just going to set it here and I'm going to do oh, I don't know how many I'll do. I just want to keep doing it and see. And then my other thought about it was I didn't know if I was going to tear it out, you know, like with a ruler tear, or if I was going to kind of fussy tear, not really fussy cut tear. Oh, that's pretty. But just kind of fussy tear. Some of the paper that I received as a donation for this craft is beautiful blue. And so I have tried to find some, well, I've tried to like incorporate some blue. So when I did some of the scripture, I did it in blue. And when I did the ribbon, I've got a beautiful blue ribbon that we found. So I think it'll be quite nice. So this is going pretty good. This ink is really great. Like I said, I've never used it before. I like how this blue is showing up kind of rugged on this paper. Okay. And so it doesn't have to be perfect because that's kind of the look I'm going for, is just kind of just fatigued a little bit, you know, distressed to a degree. I am pressing a little bit hard because this, I really don't think I need any more stamps, but Joey and I were at a thrift store this past weekend and there were stamps, and I found these 2 sunflower looking stamps for 50 cents each, and then I had like a 75% off, and so I thought, well, yeah, I'll get those. I'll at least use them for this event. So all right, so there we have that. And I think what I'm also going to do while I have it is, let's see if I can, I might turn this a little bit, kind of like I'm writing. If I can get the blessings on there. That one's kind of close. Maybe just the ones May have to do the blessing a little bit separate on some of them because I didn't think about it before I stamped, and some of them are too close to the edge to kind of center it. And I don't know if it's me or if this has a little bit of glisten to it. Kind of looks like it has a little glisten to it. Gosh, I hope I'm not rattling too badly the camera. Let's see if I can get this one. So yeah, some of these I'll probably need to kind of fussy tear around just to be able to get around them the way that I've stamped them. But I do like the way it looks. Let's see what one looks like on the thing. And I don't know if I'll need this again, so I'm just going to go ahead and I think I'll do this one. So I'll probably, unless I like this, I'm trying to tear around something, I'll probably just use my ruler. And this would be something that I could do like when Joey and I are sitting and, you know, watching TV. I got these out and I had, like I said, I hadn't used them, and it reminded me I haven't sent a thank you for them, and I'm just sick about it. So I've got to get right on that. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Even like that. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. I think it looks cute. I think it looks cute. I think it makes it look like, hey, this isn't going to be something that's pristine. This is going to be something that's fun, you know. And what I have noticed when I've done demos before, let's see if I can figure out how to remember how to get this done, is that people will say, am I doing it right? And how in the world did I get it? And so you don't really, there's no doing it right. So sometimes, oh, there it goes. Sometimes when you have something that's not pristine, it makes a difference. Okay, let's try this one. Oof. I think I am going to put that. I think I am going to put this down because maybe it will help to not rattle the desk so much. We'll see. This one I haven't used either. This is one of the stamps, I believe, that also came with the stamp pads. Ooh, that's very pretty. Very pretty. So if I don't glue these on, they could also use these for embellishment, you know, an embellishment. This particular pad is very inky. So I don't think I need much more than that. Might even be able to get a shadow stamp. Yeah. Some of these, I wonder if they've even been used before, some of these stamp pads. Guess I need to move this down here. Yeah, I think that's really pretty. I like the tallness out of it. If you've ever seen Carrie the Crafter do his kind of a faux Edith Holden page, I think this one would be really good for it. And I do think it has, because I feel like I can see some glitter in there. I'm going to grab a full baby wipe. You know, I rarely use a full one, but I'm going to tear it in half and save that one because I feel like I'm going to need it. And I'm just going to stamp that off a second because it's down deep in the crevices. And I just don't want it to show up on if I use another color on it. Yeah, it's really... Look at how it's staining even the block. Wow. Yeah, so I probably should have used that one last. Yikes. Okay, let's see if there's any left. I got most of it, I think. Okay. All right, now let's put a blessing on there. That'll be the consistent factor. Definitely a mass make, you know what I mean? Like you could punch out a bunch of these in a short time. That's a fun little stamp. Okay. Let's tear one of these and see what it looks like. Let's use this. I think I'm done with that one. Let's put it away before I get it all over the place. It's a nice big stamp pad, so that's cool. Okay. Make sure I don't get anything on that finished one. Cute. Super cute. Yeah, I'm happy with how those are turning out. I'm glad. Okay. Alrighty. Let's move that aside. What next? This is the green wild wasabi. Okay, I got to remember you push away from yourself and then flip it over. Okay. All right. Do I still have that? Yeah. Put that little mouse pad there. I do think though, I should have looked further in some of these things that came with this. I think there may be one of those stamp pads, those things that you stamp on. I don't know what they're called, but put it under your project so it has some cushion like this does. But I think there may be one that came with it. All the stuff. Gosh, what a blessing that was to... Oh, am I doing the same one? Oh, well. Still fun. We'll do this one, and then I've got that big one. We'll do some of those. This one's not as wet, so I need to really dip in it. This thing is sliding. And of course the green isn't showing up near like that Cajun did. And probably that chocolate chip's going to be really pretty too. Well, school's going to start pretty soon. I can't believe it. Time is flying by. Time is flying by. Okay, I think that's it for this one. Just rub that off a little bit. Okay, get that out of the way. I've done that one plenty of times. And let's do... Oh, I forgot to clean blessings off. Let's see. This one also has it down in the crevices. Yeah, that red was plenty inked, or cayenne. Cajun. Cajun is what it's called. Cajun Craze. Plenty of ink. Okay. Toss that so I don't get it messy again. Okay, make sure the green isn't coming out with red. I wonder if maybe I should put a few on the side, the ones that are kind of close together. Maybe every other one will help. Give a little space. Some of these things are not necessary. You know, obviously you don't have to do this when you put kits together, but there's just something to me about the details, and I feel like people feel special when there's time taken in the details. I've always felt that way, even in business. When I was in the corporate world, I always felt like it just showed, details showed a lot. Okay, push away and then flip. Okay. Now, there are times where it's, you know, there's a need to just get it done. And I respect that for sure. But when you have the time and you have, you know, the reason, which I do, it's going to be a, I love to shower women. You know, I love to make women feel good and feel special and loved. So when I get a chance, I like to do things that show, you know, that there was time taken in the details. That doesn't always happen. I can't always do it. Oh, darn. Okay. I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure this, also this, maybe if I go this way. Figure these stamp pads out too. And what's the best way to hold them? I have so much ink on me. I'm doing something wrong. I had this before on another stamp that I did. I think it's because, yeah, I think it's because there's different levels. Different levels raised. All right, let's try it this way, and I'm just going to see if it's going to work. If it's not, that's fine. We'll just go back to the other two. No, it's not. I can see when I turn it sideways that there is a dip. I don't know if you can see that. There's a definite dip right through the center. Like it's just not the same height. Well, this may be a record for how many baby wipes I'm going to use. Be an all-time record. Where do I put that over here? Let's see if I can get that off of there a little bit. Well, that's a bust anyways. I'm probably not going to keep this one. Maybe that's why whoever didn't care for it. Someone else, maybe if you use it a different way where you press it on top. You know, you put your paper down and press. I don't know if anybody's going to do that, but I probably won't do that. So I'll take it out of the collection. All right. Get my hands tidied up. We'll just take that off. I feel like you could glue something over that. Isn't that funny how we try to use every little bit? Okay, so now we have this one left. But I probably don't have enough. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, so I need 21 more. I like this color. So let's go back to this little guy and use, whoopsie, and use the chocolate on, or chocolate chip or whatever it is. And this looks like it's the same, almost the same all the way around. So that's very pretty. Oopsie. And you could iron this if you wanted to, you know, this paper if you wanted it, but I kind of liked it crunchy like that. Probably could get more on that page without making too much of a mess. But again, I forgot to leave space for the blessing, so I better do that. I think like if you were going to wrap a gift, you could, you know, just slide a little paper doily and under the ribbon and then, you know, stamp off something like happy birthday or congratulations on some paper and then twine it up, you know, use some twine to wrap it. I like that a lot. So pretty. Okay. Blessings. Okay. Yeah, this can be a quick project. The only thing left to do is really tear them out or cut them out, or not really cut, but use my, oh brother, use my ruler. Same thing. I did the same thing. I'm not holding it straight. What is happening? Huh. I don't know why how that's happening. It's kind of like bowling. Once you toss it wrong, for me, I'm tossing it wrong the whole time, and I'm not even a bowler. I think my average is, you know, 68 or something like that. Okay, bear with me while I tear a couple of more of these. Oh gosh. Just ripped it. All right, there's one. Let's get one more. Okay, let's see how many we have that are any good. So 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So we're at 36. Okay, so we'll keep those. Try not to... Okay. Do a couple more of those, and then we'll... let's see, what color do I miss? Yeah, and then maybe we'll do the tall one again. Okay. Alrighty, so I have a couple of girls coming over tomorrow, and we'll do a dry run. You know, to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. There's nothing worse than, you know, when you're doing a demo somewhere or a class or something. When I was in corporate, and sometimes we would travel or we would go to another location and do training or something, and then you're stuck without whatever you didn't bring. Okay, what did I say? 36. Okay, so there's 40. All right, so let's maybe do a few more. Or maybe I think I'll go ahead and do some of the tall ones. So, where's my wife? Yeah, so I want to do a dry run. Just make sure that I haven't forgotten anything. We'll write down every little step. I'm usually, I'll just say this, I'm usually pretty good about it. The only reason is because of the experience I've had, in corporate training. I was a trainer a long time ago for a decade, and I would travel to other states and train groups of people, like a platform, where you get up and you kind of get in front of the group and you train them and stuff. I loved it. It was probably one of my most favorite jobs ever. That and leadership development, absolute favorite jobs ever. I just love people, and I loved, watching people grow and learn. I always just really like that. And I really liked how the light bulbs would come on, and what's amazing, and I learned early on, probably in my first couple of years, is that the light bulbs come on at different times. But at a certain length of time, everyone is at the same level. So while, in a 6-week training, some people get it in 2 weeks. They're like, oh, I got it. And some people get it at 4 weeks, and some people don't get it until, they're out on the job a couple of weeks. But by, let's say, the 3rd month, you wouldn't be able to tell who was a superstar in training and who wasn't. They're all at the same superstar level by the 3 months. So that was very interesting to me, and I loved that. And it was also a great reassurance as I'm training, and people are like, I just don't get it. I don't understand. And I'm like, you will. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing, the things I've shared that are successful, and you will get it. And sure enough, it just seems to work out. And I had a teacher tell me one time when my girls were little, my oldest daughter it was my youngest daughter, was really, really good at spelling. And she hadn't missed a spelling word in, the whole school year. And, it was getting tougher and tougher as things went on. And then they would have spelling bees. And at the parent-teacher conference, the teacher said, just need to be prepared for the time that she may miss a word and the disappointment and devastation she may feel. Prepare what you're going to say to ahead of time to help her to realize she's not a failure because she's missed a word at a spelling bee, And I really was thankful that she told me that, because in my mind, I would have thought, oh, it's no big deal. She just missed one. But to someone that has put all their heart and energy into it, especially, let's say, a child, that could be really devastating for them. Then I had another teacher tell me that, I guess it was in kindergarten or 1st grade with one of my girls. I can't remember which one. I hate that I can't remember, but one of them. I asked her in kindergarten, I said, how's she doing? And she's like, oh, she's doing great. And I said, well, compared to the other kids, like, how is she doing? Because it must have been my first one, because as a first-time mom, I just had no idea, I didn't know where my child should be at this age. It was the first child I'd ever had, And she said, well, we don't really think of it that way. We just keep teaching them and helping them along. And she said, by the 3rd grade, they're all the same. They're all at the same level. So whether it's kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, when they start to get social skills, or they start to read well, or they start to, whatever the case is, she said, don't worry about, because if they're consistent and the teachings are consistent, by the third grade they're pretty much all the same, you know. I found that really to be true. I really did. Okay, the only thing I think I'm lacking is maybe green. No. Blue. What do I want to do? I'm looking to see what I need. So I have lots of these brown squares, and I have lots of the flowers. So maybe what I need is a few red squares and a few blue tall flowers. So let's do that. All right, push away. Is that right? Push away. Yeah. And flip. Okay. Nope. Let's see. What did I say? Blue flowers. These flowers are blue. Okay. A couple of those. Is that right? Yeah. You guys, I loved I loved when my girls were little. I love all ages, but oh my gosh, I just absolutely loved my girls when they were little. I just loved the exploration that they had. They were so curious. I loved how they would come home and tell you something as if you wouldn't know it already. You know? Mom, did you know a caterpillar turns into a butterfly? You know, things like that. Like you are going to be, you're going to freak out when you hear this. What's going to happen with this caterpillar? You know, so I always loved stuff like that. What cracks me up is by the time they do get to like third grade, when they think they know enough for you to just, you know, go ahead and back off, because I'm now in the third grade or fourth grade or fifth grade, whatever, and I got it. I got this whole living and doing and taking care, and I can make my own decisions. You know, always cracked me up. All right. I think these are turning out okay. I like that blue. I can sneak one in there. Alrighty. A little clinkety clink with my ruler there. Okay. And then I'm just going to do this one. And I think we're going to be done. And this one is going to be the square. If I remember, I hope I remember, I'll take a picture of the table setup. Oh gosh. So you can see, you know, all the kits together. That's kind of fun. I'll post it on probably my Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, that red, I forgot. Barely tap. I don't know what it is. I'll tell you guys. Try to be transparent with you. I don't know what it is, but today I'm really missing Joey. He's at work. It rained all day. I don't know if that's it or what, but I really miss him. I can't wait till he gets home. I mean, every day I can't wait till he gets home. I'm excited when he gets home, but I don't know what it is. Got the love bug. Okay, hey, we did a good spot of work today. Got those done, and those are going to be super cute. Super cute. All right. Gosh, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it while I get this done. Some of it's just really you know, a little bit of administrative crafting to get things, you know, ready and stuff. But I thought, well, I'll just turn on the camera and show you what I'm up to and share it with you. So thanks for hanging out. And, you know, we pray blessings over you. And we just want you to know that you're so loved. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.